Right. Today I want to talk about my speech. Topic is if you won 50 million baht, what would you do with the money and why? How would you feel and how would you change? And first thing I want to do first to give my family and to ask them to keep it safe and ask them like what I'm going to do next because my parent is gonna give a good plans for me. And the second things, I think I want to pay for my study now until the end of my study at the university and maybe outside the country. And third things I want to do to help the people who poor, no food, no clothes, no anything like us. And also for their study because they have no money to pay for the study, so they have to use for their school, like high school, for example. And my four things I want to use it for take care of myself when I'm sick, when I have to use it and take care of my family. Yeah. And my fifth reasons I want to thinking like in the future what I have to use next. For example, to use for the house, like building my house, to use for my work or anything like help each other. And my last things is shopping, like others. Yeah, everyone they also have to shopping, to buy clothes, to buy them or others. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Akin. Good morning, everyone. Today I will be doing my speaking test on topic number 5. Do you think children spend too much time on the internet? If yes, what can we do to reduce it? If no, why do you think it that way? How many of you people or guys know the people from your neighborhood? How many? So I believe children spend too much time on the internet. There's no socializing. We don't really concentrate on the studies, and there's no exercise, so we become lazy people. Also, there's no education and less sleep. Before, I spent a whole day playing on my phone, lying down on the couch, and then suddenly I fainted. So then my father changed the time. She gave me a time limit to play 3 hours a day, usually 3 hours a day on weekends. So the advice I give to people is that try going around the neighborhood and socialize. Also, try to go out more. To the parents, I'd like to tell them to give time limits to the children, around 5 hours a day. And parents shouldn't spoil the kids too much because if they do, then they will become unhealthy. Also, instead of social media, try going out with your friends, to play and talk and discuss things, and leave your electronics behind. Also, try banning either electronics for 1 week. Just try to experiment and try to socialize outside. So if we do this, then we can socialize more. We can focus on our education, and we can become healthy. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be talking about my speech. I chose topic number 5, which is an opinion, which is, do you think children spend too much time on the internet? If yes, what can we do to reduce it? If no, why do you think that way? I think children spend too much time on the internet Because like the first reasons are when I read the magazines, they say that some children are really addicted. It affects their studying. They don't go to good university and they have a bad life. They spend too much time and yeah. For myself, I also do a lot of internet surfing. I do some line. Sometimes I search for homework. So I use like 1 hour to 2 hours of internet. So I think that's a lot also. More for my friends, I think most of them uses a lot of time. In our class, about 85% uses internet a lot. So I think children spend too much time with the internet and a lot of children does like that. For the problems, it affects our education. You use too much time on the internet and it will be late and you won't be able to do your homework and stuff like that. And I think it will also do bad for your eyesight. And sometimes I think some people can also addict themselves or something. And it wastes time. You can just study, but you're doing internet stuff like that. For solution, I think parents should give children a limited time and like give a deal or something. Like if you surf the internet for 15 minutes, you have to wash the dishes for 10 minutes or something like that. So they will not like it and they will maybe reduce the time. And I want the parents to say to like only use the internet when they really need it, not for games and stuff like that. And I think the parents should like explain to the children why they shouldn't like spend so much and like that and convince them. Then they can have more time to do education studies and they'll get good grades, they'll go to good university and they will have a good life. Thank you.
So today I'll be talking about topic number 2, and the animal I've chose that I could talk to may sound a bit weird, but I think talking to ants will be quite interesting. So the first thing you might ask why is, well, I've always noticed, and maybe other people may have noticed as well, but ants have very complex societies. And of course it will be very fun and entertaining to observe them, and we'll get to know more about ants' lives than we did before. But the main reason why I chose this is because we can do a lot of research on this. We can extract so much information from the ants by directly talking to them. It will be very helpful to the scientific world. I mean, while we know a lot about how animals are formed, how they are physically, we don't know much about what they think. And the more we know about them, the more it's going to be helpful for us also. And the ant social systems are also quite interesting, and being able to know them personally, I guess, and knowing the functions of each part in the colony will be very helpful and interesting. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Ake and Year 7. Today I will be doing my speech on number 2. If you could talk to any type of animal, but only that type, what would you want to say? So I will choose cat family, which is lion. So what I want to ask the lion is how they hunt. So maybe one day I can be a human lion that have a human haircut but not the lion thing. The second thing is the lion hair thing is almost resemble my haircut, which is the helmet. Maybe I can be in the family. And second thing that I want to talk to animal is how they eat meat, because it's cool and I like to eat it. So, and I want to be like, like a lion king. Like you sit on the chair and the lion around you, like you're sleeping, something like that, and hunt for the meat for you. And but the bad thing about the lion, if you have it, is if you ask a lion to be like your pet, something like that, you must like the bad thing is that you must buy food, which is like maybe talk about like 10,000 baht for one day, or like that, and they must took like 20 liters of water a day, and you must do a lot of things for it. And if it's a pet, you must shower it, right? And it would took about like 1,000 bottles of shampoo, something like that. And to dry it up, it took about 10 hours. Because lion have a lot of fur here. And what I want to talk to lion is how they like clean themselves. Because I never see a lion have a hairball because maybe they doesn't lick their fur. Or if they lick, maybe their hairball is big. And that's my speech.
Mr. Aki, and good morning everyone. Today I'll be doing my speech on topic number 1, which is if you want 50 million baht, what would you do with that money and why? How would you feel and how would it change you? So first, I decided to use 10 million baht to buy a dog because I always wanted to have dog. And when I was in Japan, I had some pets which are called degu. They look like mouse, but it's a bit different. When I was in Japan, that time, I had so much fun because they were so cute and I always played with them. But now I don't have any pet and sometimes I'm lonely. If I have a dog, then I can have a lot of fun. Then rest of that 10 million baht, I will probably buy things that I want. I will probably go to expensive restaurant, or I will probably buy clothes. Then next, I will probably save 30 million baht for my future. When I go to university, I have to pay a lot. Then I want to pay it myself because my parents already pay a lot of money for me. So if I can, I want to pay it myself. Then next, I will probably give 10 million baht to my parents because they already paid a lot of money for me. So I want them, I have to thank you them a lot. Then I want them to use that money however they want. So if they have a lot of money, they don't have to work a lot. So I have to thank them, so I will give 10 million baht. Then if I still have more money, I will probably go to travel with my parents and grandparents. I want to go to Hawaii because once I went there, then it was so much fun. So I want to go to Hawaii with my parents and grandparents. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Aki. Good morning, everyone. So today I'll talk about if you won 50 million baht, what would you do with the money and why? How would you feel and how would it change you? So for me, I think the first thing I'll do, probably no one will probably do this, which is I would buy land. Because I don't like to save money, because if you buy land, the price may go up. Usually it goes up unless there's a war or something, so it'll go down. But anyway, it goes up, so basically you have more money you can get. Yeah, and so the next thing is start a business. because I think probably I can like let my dad or something handle it first, like while I'm like still studying, and then when I'm older, I'll probably like take over and like do everything. But anyway, start a business. Then the next thing I'll do is give to charity, like about 10 million to charity, because I mean like all those like poor people without homes, without anything like food and stuff, they need money. So I'll probably do it like kids in Africa. The next thing I'll do is probably not a big thing, but I would like to buy a new laptop. Because I mean, I want a personal laptop for myself. I mean, of course, it won't take up like a lot of money, but like now I can probably buy one, but I don't. My parents don't allow. So if I have like a lot of money, probably I'll like give some to them, and maybe they'll let me buy. Next thing I'll do is probably for like 10 years into the future, but I'll buy a house for myself and just leave it like that. So like when I get married or something, you don't have to like buy a house. You already have a house, like already bought like 10 years before. So like all you need to do is just move in and move all the stuff. The next thing I'll do is probably something that people want to do, which is travel around the world. Like I'll probably go to like countries I've always wanted to visit, like at least 40 or 50 countries. Just going there like for like 3 days for each country. So it's 150 days. That's then the last thing I'll do is give to our parents, and if I have any money left, I would keep the rest. Who knows? So thank you.
Good morning, classmates. My topic today is number 1, which is if you won 50 million baht, what would you do with the money and why? How would you feel and how would it change you? First thing I would do, I will buy a house for my parents, because my real parents is not really that rich. My stepdad took care of me when I was 2 years old. Second things I would do, I would donate the money to a temple for at least 2 million baht. The third thing, I will start a soccer field for rent so I can make more money. This 50 million baht could change myself. It could make me a better person or a wiser person. That's it.
Good morning, Mr. Aki. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to do my speech on topic number 5. Do children spend too much time on the internet? Well, as a child myself, I do have some personal experiences of children spending too much on the internet. So I really think that some children spend too much on the internet. But one of my first reasons is that they have no time communicating with the real world, but just inside their game. So they have online friends, but they talk to online people, but never actually meet them face to face, which can not really help with social skills and other forms of communicating in the real world. And also, like, bringing friends over, it will just be about games, or if you have a sleepover, it will be come to my house, sit down on the couch, play the Xbox or something, go to sleep, wake up, eat breakfast, and play again. So not much talking or discussing between. So a thing I could change that is technology. Parents would inflict less technology when friends over, but more face-to-face time. My second reason is just unhealthy. All you do is just sit, play, eat, sleep, play again, and eat. You sleep sometimes. You you might sleep late after playing games, and also study has shown that after seeing a screen, it takes longer to fall asleep than after just reading a book or doing homework, like that. You don't get any exercise or outdoor movement. You won't have as much of the knowledge of the world, like trees and environment and green things like that. And also, in technology, it can affect your health by you might become overweight, or maybe too much sugar and physical exercise, diabetes, and you can go pale from not enough sunlight. My third reason is that the amount of knowledge you take in isn't as much as the amount of knowledge you try to study. So there won't be any extra studying in books, no reading, and there won't be much space for studies or homework. It will just be talking to friends online and games. There's an example of a kid in university. He took one gap year just to play games, and then then it became 2 years, and then 3 years of just playing games. So in conclusion, technology can affect your social ability, and it can be unhealthy, and knowledge you take in might not be. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Aki, and good morning, everyone in year 7. Today I'm going to do my speech, and I chose topic number 1, which is, if you won 50 million baht, what would you do with the money and why? How would you feel and how would it change you? So, if I had won 50 million baht, the first thing I would do is plan what would I use with the money. And also I would go to the bank and save some money, about 20 million baht for my future. So for my education also, because I want to pay for my own education, because my parents have already paid a lot for me already. And I would also save it in the bank, because so when I grow up I could give it to my grandchildren or my children if I had one, and my parents. Secondly, I would go and give it to the charity. Why? Because I want to help them. Because many people are sick and they're poor, they don't have money to pay for the hospital. So if I have donate some to them, I could have saved many people already. And lastly, I would want to fly to other countries with my family. I would want to go to United States of America. Why? Because it's a big country and it has a lot of theme parks. And I also want to go to New York, California, and Chicago because it's a big city and a beautiful city. I would also want to go to Japan because it's a beautiful country and it has many theme parks also. And I want to go and see the sakura, the flower thing, which that is my dream to go and see it. So thank you.